Men place value onto women for uncontrollable traits, their boobs, their asses, a pretty face. The only thing women have to do is not eat an unnatural amount of food, and even then, that seems to be a challenge for most women. In turn, men must create their value from nothing. Some men have some genetic advantages, but they still must sharpen their skills. I know plenty of tall, muscular guys who are totally socially inept and get passed over for guys that don't have those advantages. Anything you didn't build yourself is not a trait you can rely on. To understand the concept that women are born and men are made, look to older forms of mentorship that young men and women had in traditional societies. Girls don't need mentorship to become women. Their hypergamous instincts will guide them. All of their essential traits come with the passing of time. They just have to sit back and have it handed to them like everything else. Young men, on the other hand, received mentorship from the father and the grandfather. They were taught skills and imprinted with the ideas of responsibility and provisioning skills. Contrast that with today's society. Women without mentors still can do their basic functions. They are just choosing not to because they have the option available. Women will always become fertile with time. They are now deciding to pollute their bodies and ravage their internal organs every weekend. Men without mentors, however, has been incredibly destructive. Men without mentorship often flounder and fail. Failure becomes their only mentor. Failure is the greatest teacher, but it can't be the only teacher. With no sense of guidance or encouragement or purpose, today's man is a socially anxious, validation-seeking, and emotionally, mentally, and physically stunted mess. Those that find the path to 𝗦𝗊𝗲 are on the right track to overcoming this meager existence, to becoming strong in mind and will and body, but no matter how big 𝗦𝗊𝗲 gets, it will always be the minority. Too many men look to women to make them into the men they want to be because they were never taught that men must make themselves. Since men must be made, they can choose their destiny. A woman may have the easy road of naturally becoming what she is, but the drawback is that she has no choice in the matter. A man shaping himself can choose to be anything, to dedicate himself to anything, to strive for anything. Society has always and will always step in to remove this burden of choice from men for its own benefit. Make no mistake, this great choice is a burden. It would be a hell of a lot easier to just enslave myself to a woman and have her tell me what to do, or to listen to the crowd and the mainstream ideas of what a man should be and just follow that blindly. Instead, I choose to forge my own path and do what I want, but that requires conscious thinking and decision making. It also brings the accountability of the mistakes if I choose the wrong path, but I would take that burden over the enslavement that is waiting for the rest of the men around me. Your mind must be made to withstand the constant attempts to hijack it and corrupt it with toxic thoughts. A woman's mind is biologically incapable of attaining the heights of a man's mind. I'll expand on this in a future video, but this is not accounting for intelligence. The ability for self-reflection is absent in women for a reason. Wisdom comes from the building of the mind. It is built with the bricks of experience and the mortar of failure. It is maintained with vigilance and the observations of those without that wisdom. Your body does not morph into its correct form like a woman's does. You must build it. Make it into the form that allows you to be happy with yourself, proud every morning and content every night. Shape it into the vessel that will allow you to expand your mind and will for longer with the benefits of being healthy. Your will is under attack from all angles every day. Everything and everyone wants to distract you from your path and take your precious time, to drain your precious willpower. All of these aspects of masculinity must be made. Women don't go through the same trials we do because we don't need them to go through these trials. We need them for nature's gifts, nothing more. They weren't made to lift stone and build civilization and think about the universe, but we can make ourselves able to do those feats of strength. The dissolution of this mentorship that is so integral to the forming of masculinity is one of the most sinister things of feminism and those parties that support it. I had to learn these things on my own, and with the help of other men who have freed themselves from their dying societies. The path to this point was difficult so far, and it could have been a lot easier if a mentor just shared these things. But the silver lining is that now I and most of you are even stronger because we had to do it the hard way. The internet allows us to mentor each other, but the drawback is that there is no real-life community that can check your progress and make sure you're integrating the wisdom and lessons into your life. That is entirely up to you. The great comments and videos in the 𝗦𝗊𝗲𝗃 community are only half of what they can actually be. The other half relies on you actually taking it into account and actualizing on it in your own life, taking the words and making it a reality. If you can do that, you have more mentorship available than any man in history, more raw power at your fingertips than anyone could know what to do with. At the end of the day, it's up to you to make yourself into the man you want to be. Mentors can guide you, but you must take that last step and fulfill your destiny. A woman can have her destiny handed to her on a silver platter, but that is no destiny I would ever want. I enjoy building my reality every day and knowing that all the progress I've made was earned, not given.
𝗏𝗚𝗎